Drayckonyan Rydr, Book 1, Myths Retold. Written by and read by Rydr. Chapter 3, The War. Why didn't you banish me instead of some innocent one? Why her? Nitron was yelling at this point, but I finally saw the error of my ways. I wasn't banishing Marillion to punish Nitron for breaking the agreement. I was banishing her to show Nitron that I was stronger and better than him. Finally said the only thing that came to mind. Oops. After what happened, what happened after felt like time was being slowed down to a crawl. Nitron lunged at my throat. I was barely able to dodge away from his attack. And at that moment I realized Nitron didn't care what happened to me. He wanted me dead. I needed to fight back and win. There were no other options. He lunged again, expecting me to dodge. However, I grabbed his claw and expertly tossed him back with his strength I didn't feel like was my own. Nitron landed awkwardly, and I heard a crack. However, he didn't seem to notice and inhaled, filling his lungs. The resulting roar was so wild and untamed and deafening. I don't think I can classify it as a roar. I was left unable to hear and a little woozy from the concussive blast of sound. When Nitron lunged again, I wasn't able to respond. In the time it took me to react, he clawed off half of one of my horns, clawed out an eye, and broke my jaw. I returned the favor by biting his talon, which honestly tasted awful. He reflexively jumped away, but I held on. The bones in his talon starting to be pulled apart. He didn't care. All he wanted was to get in a position to attack me again. I'm not going to say what happened, except I had spit out a chunk of bony meat. Nitron flinched, giving me the chance to pin him down with my talon to his neck. However, I didn't finish the battle. I couldn't finish the battle. I loosened my grip only enough for him to breathe. I cannot kill you. You don't deserve death. I do. Drakenov, he gasped. Please, do it. I can't keep living. Not with what I've done. You let your anger get control. I understand. No, you don't. I wanted to kill you. I felt good hurting you. The one who wants that deserves to live. Please, just do it. I cannot kill you, brother. I don't deserve to be your brother. Don't say that. It's like that don't help with my decision. Just kill me. I accept your fate. My fate. If you accept your fate, that's fine. It's not what you think it is. However, I don't give him a time to respond, and I couldn't bear another word from him while in his depressive state, so I instead say, tomorrow, today, tomorrow, and forever I banish Nitron to wherever he went before returning to Drayckonia all those years ago. I also banish myself. I say while swallowing my pride in exchange for grief. To Drayckonia forevermore. In addition to these conditions, I also banish Nitron to the night, and myself to the day, never to see the sun fully set or fully rise. At that very moment, not only was the pressure released from Nitron's throat, but he was carried away by an unseen force. Sunil also returned to find Drayckonyan asleep. Oropia! I call. Oropia! I found Drayckonyan, but I can't find Nitron anywhere. Oropia emerges from the bushes a short distance away. You can't? I left them here together when Marillion was carried away. I swear both of them were here. She looks at Drayckonyan and sees his injuries. I hadn't noticed them until that moment either. Yeah, what happened? Sunil, what happened here? There's blood all over the place. Is that a paw? She started gagging and rolled all over a nearby tree. I honestly felt so sick myself, but I started checking the severity of Drayckonyan's injuries. They weren't good. Europia, we need to bring him to his cave. Yeah, but that would mean touching him. She gagged again, but didn't hurl, thankfully. Somebody's dying here. You can take a bath when we're done. Okay, you got it? Fine, I don't like it. As I was picked up by an invisible force, I could see a pale white dragon walking through the forest. I also saw Sunyo and Europia walking towards the clearing me and Drayckonyan were fighting in. It was quite peaceful being carried across the planet, and as I was lifted higher, I could see the sun's light on the horizon. If what Drayckonyan had said worked, I would fall asleep as the sun rose above it. I still had some time to spare? Kill? No, kill. I think to myself, spare's better. Gyno must have seen me because he started falling towards me. I forgot he could just change the direction gravity pulled him, so it was a little weird to see him falling sideways. When he reaches me, he asks, "How are you flying with that broken wing?" I was confused for a second, but then remembered being thrown by Drayckonyan. I got myself banished, Geidel. I'm not flying. Oh, that makes sense. You're lucky I can't move, or I would have bitten you for that. Okay. Oh yeah, Geidel's uncaring personality. It's not his fault, he just doesn't get social cues. Luckily, the sun caused its way across the horizon, and I fall asleep. I wake up in my cave and see Sunil, and I remembered what happened last night and start uncontrollably crying.